John Carlin is cybersecurity chair at Paul Weiss, Rifkin, Wharton, and Garrison. I think I got that all in. And a former assistant attorney general for national security. John, it's great to have you here. What's your understanding of the issue here? How real are the threats?
This is a real issue. I mean, if you think about it, cybersecurity has already been estimated as a multi-trillion-dollar problem. And that's because of crooks, nation states, terrorists attacking our systems day in and day out. And one of the main ways they do that is they go after vulnerabilities. Think of, your house with an open door or an open window that remains unpatched, or because the technology is old, is unpatchable. To cite one report alone from Cisco, of the top 10 exploits used by criminal groups and others in 2025, 2 of them were vulnerabilities that already were more than 10 years old. And 1/3 of the top 100 exploits used were also more than a decade old. And 40% of the vulnerabilities that get exploited are on IT that's so old that it cannot be patched. So you have to get new systems in place in order to be able to patch it. And the problem with Mythos, if it's released, is it means that you don't need to be a cybersecurity expert. You don't need to be a coder. You can be an average person behind your keyboard using this powerful tool, and it's finding flaws, according to Anthropic, across literally every single major operating system and every major web browser that have existed for decades, but no one has ever been able to find them before. So think about that. With that many new vulnerabilities, with the ease of a click on a keyboard that you can get into a system, and then once you're in using the same tool, you can do damage at a speed and scale that simply was not ever capable before. That's the genie that's coming out of the bottle.
Again, I haven't done deep research on this, but just thinking this through, I mean, in some ways, I'm glad that this is happening. If these vulnerabilities are known and have existed, first of all, what are all the cybersecurity companies and corporate companies doing? Or where's Microsoft? Whoever is responsible for patching this. It feels to me a bit as if someone walked down a neighborhood, with a scanner and said, here are all the vulnerabilities in all these houses. Well, on some level, you'd want to know. So what should everyone do? Just go to Anthropic and say, give us this tool and let's go find this. It's interesting that all the cybersecurity stocks are selling off on this, when if anything, it suggests that companies need to be more proactive in deploying these technologies to patch things up.
You raise an important part, and that's what I think Glasswing is a good example of what should be done, and should be done before other models as well, which is they're allowing those that use them, cybersecurity companies, those that might be vulnerable, to get in and figure out how can we protect ourselves before this is released into the wild. It does raise the larger problem, though. This is one company handling it responsibly. What about other companies as they develop? And what about companies that are developed or have this breakthrough who are the bad guys? And I think what it points to is we really need a new framework to figure out how do we fix these vulnerabilities at scale and throughout society. It's one thing to focus on, Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies that have the resources to pour into this and quickly, and that's got to be a priority. Our critical infrastructure depends on it. But what about mom and pop, the small businesses, medium-sized businesses? How do we get them to get the new systems that even can be patched in time before this tidal wave of new attacks enabled by AI occurs?
But again, what's the alternative? To leave everybody out there as sitting ducks? I think there's a responsibility. Look, we're in the middle of a war against Iran. We have Russia on the offensive. Iran has explicitly warned that it could attack U.S. Companies, their cybersecurity defenses and so forth. So I don't know exactly what role the government could play in this, but there's something to be said for deploying this technology and kind of reinforcing the defenses before someone with with much worse motives goes and does it. And these, if Anthropic has the technology, how far behind could China, Iran, could Russia be?
I think that's exactly the right point to be making, and share the concern. It's been known for a while now, right? Like, look at the statistics I gave you, that a lot of the cybersecurity problem is coming from unpatched or unpatchable vulnerabilities. Having us, a company that is a U.S. company that shares our values, or an allied country, get there first, and be able to sound essentially the alarm bell so this can be fixed, which was critically important. And I don't see a choice but to do it that way. But now there's this question of who's going to win the race before a model like this gets deployed. How fast can we move to ensure that it doesn't cause the damage that has been previewed with
Right.
Mythos Preview?